The only journey is the one within. Love consists in this, that two solitudes protect and touch and greet each other. Live your questions now, and perhaps even without knowing it, you will live along some distant day into your answers. Let life happen to you. Believe me, life is in the right, always. Perhaps all the dragons of our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us once beautiful and brave. The purpose of life is to be defeated by greater and greater things. For one human being to love another, that is perhaps the most difficult of all our tasks, the ultimate, the last test and proof, the work for which all other work is but preparation. The deepest experience of the Creator is feminine, for it is experience of receiving and bearing. One had to take some action against fear when once it laid hold of one. All the soarings of my mind begin in my blood. There are no classes in life for beginners. Right away you are always asked to deal with what is most difficult. Surely all art is the result of one's having been in danger, of having gone through an experience all the way to the end, where no one can go any further. More belongs to marriage than 4 legs in a bed. Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest human beings infinite distances continue, a wonderful living side by side can grow, if they succeed in loving the distance between them which makes it possible for each to see the other whole against the sky. Truly to sing, that is a different breath. Everything is blooming most recklessly. If it were voices instead of colors, there would be an unbelievable shrieking into the heart of the night. The future enters into us, in order to transform itself in us, long before it happens. I want to be with those who know secret things or else alone. Perhaps everything terrible is in its deepest being something helpless that wants help from us. Believe that with your feelings and your work you are taking part in the greatest. The more strongly you cultivate this belief, the more will reality in the world go forth from it. Who has not sat before his own heart's curtain? It lifts, and the scenery is falling apart. Love is like the measles. The older you get it, the worse the attack. There are quantities of human beings, but there are many more faces, for each person has several. It is good to be solitary, for solitude is difficult. That something is difficult must be a reason the more for us to do it. Spring has returned. The earth is like a child that knows poems. If your daily life seems poor, do not blame it. Blame yourself that you are not poet enough to call forth its riches. For the Creator, there is no poverty. A person isn't who they are during the last conversation you had with them, they're who they've been throughout your whole relationship. And now we welcome the new year, full of things that have never been. I hold this to be the highest task for a bond between two people, that each protects the solitude of the other. All emotions are pure which gather you and lift you up. That emotion is impure which seizes only one side of your being, and so distorts you. No great art has ever been made without the artist having known danger. There are so many things about which some old man ought to tell one while one is little, for when one is grown one would know them as a matter of course. It is a tremendous act of violence to begin anything. I am not able to begin. I simply skip what should be the beginning. There may be good, but there are no pleasant marriages.